Hello everybody, it's Emily here from Phoenix Gateway. How are we today? I'm really well, tired but really well. The reason why I'm so tired is because I'm actually moving house at the moment, and I thought I'd do this reading from my new abode. It's very, very windy out here at present minute, so let's see how we go, and hopefully my phone doesn't go flying away to go with it as well. So the reading for this week is for the 22nd to the 28th of August, and I wanted, before I even started this reading, I just, or before I start any reading really, I really just go into what is it that I'm meant to know for this week, or what is it that I'm here to share for this week, as well as, pulling some cards. And the words that keep repeating in my head is, things don't happen to you, they happen for you. Ugh, look, my hair's standing on end here. And I thought it's really, really, really so true. We chose, and even though you've probably heard it a million times, but it is true, we chose to be here at this present time to live this life within a three-dimensional reality, or in a three-dimensional body, our avatar. But we're here as a soul within this body. And it becomes all part of an awakening process. And for this awakening process to really occur, things need to happen to us. And the reason they happen to us is because the way humans seem to really start to understand or wake up or to gain experience, knowledge, wisdom, is for something to happen to you so that you can create changes in your life. And some of the things that happen to us are really, really harsh, can be really, really detrimental. They can be devastating. The trauma can be huge, and everyone's experience of trauma is going to be very, very different. We are at the moment going through a global traumatic experience. We've been doing this, look, for those who have been awake or really been in the know, they've known for years and years what is really going on, the hidden agendas that are going on. But for those who aren't, the jolt that we have experienced, that dark night of the soul experience, where our whole world, for some, feels like it's just falling apart. The ground that we're walking on, we're just, it's so unstable that it's making us stop in our tracks and really take note of what the hell is going on. And things haven't been easy, and for many things still aren't easy, and there is so much unrest going on out there. And if you followed everything that was going on, and probably for those watching this, most of you don't watch mainstream media, but even following it, it can be overwhelming. It can create anxiety, even for some, like a form of depression, like every emotion, which is energy and flow emotion. Every emotion that you can imagine is going through us. And it's shaking each one of us to the core. And things are happening for us for a reason. And it just doesn't have to be for ourselves. It can be for the loved ones that are around us as well. I made a decision a few months back to get back into the market and find a home. It was totally against what I was meant to be doing, but at the time it was just so right. And I really also had to go with how it made me feel. I had to go with the vulnerability as well, and there were aspects of fear because of the unknown, because of what, purchasing some land which I've not ever had in my life. But every time I come to this place, as I start to move in, my heart sings. And even though I have no idea what's to come or unfold, I just have to go with trust and know that I'm on track. But at the same time, on a very personal level, I'm dealing with other aspects which most of you would be, or many people are for their own reason, going through. I've shed many tears of recent time, dealing with my children and wanting to fix everything and everyone, and you realize you just can't do that. The only person you can fix, the only person you can truly work on is you. But it's also understanding that when we work on ourselves, we're actually also helping those around us, those closest to us, especially our children or our family, because we're so connected energetically. I mean, we are all one. We are all connected anyway. We are all part of the one, the all. And this is one of the main universal principles, the Hermetic principles. Excuse me, now my nose is itchy. So it's understanding that there's still a lot that we need to release. We have to understand why things are happening, and when we have to keep re-experiencing certain situations, you've got to start asking yourself why. What are you not doing that needs to change? Where are you not standing your ground? Maybe there are aspects where, even though you think you're doing the right thing by somebody, in actual fact, you're making it worse because you're enabling somebody. And sometimes it's just really, really, really important to let things go, to stand your ground, because the only way that you're going to heal aspects of you is to let others go, or to let situations go, or to let material things go. And it's been such a huge lesson for us all. And are you listening? Are you awake? Are you getting it? What's going on? As above, so below. You've heard that a million times too, but it's so true. What is happening within you right now? You can control you. You can create the healing that needs to happen within yourself, because as we start to do that, the healing then that we create within ourselves, where that part, that energetics is also going off in other directions. It creates a domino effect. Excuse me while I pick up a card. I absolutely love it. When I created my deck of cards, the Sacred Geometry, so we'll go back, I'm reading from a Sacred Geometry healing card deck. And I've just pulled this, and look, the gratitude cards on the bottom as well. Okay, this is my mum. My mum passed away of cancer in 2007, and she was my owl. She was my owl of wisdom. She was my everything. She birthed me into this world. I chose her as my mum, and the lessons that I was to get from her and the wisdom I was to take from her. And she is always with me. She is a part of who I am. She is a part of my deck. Okay? Her death, had to happen. It was a part of her journey. It was not only her journey, but it becomes part of ours. She's my mother. I have two sisters, and my father. And, that affects every single one of us. And the lessons we gain from that, the knowledge, the wisdom we gain from it, the love, oh my God, the unconditional love that my mum had for us, I can never, ever, ever forget. And I carry it with me forever in my heart, in my soul. She is a part of who I am. She is a part of my deck. She is the wisdom. This is the wisdom we are here to gain. And, you know, without her, even though I would have her back in a heartbeat, I couldn't change that situation, or wouldn't want to change it, because would I be where I am today if I didn't? And I've still got a long way to go to in my own right for what I'm learning and what I'm doing. So this is Al. It's about gaining the greatest of insight. And for those who are on your journey, and for those that are looking for that something, you know, maybe it's Al that you'll come across as you're walking. It might be your totem. It might be what you are seeking at this point in time. So I'm going to pull a few more cards. I won't keep it too long. I'm going to try and keep it a bit shorter, but it's, yeah, so beautiful. Can I please have a couple more cards? I'm just loving my surroundings. I bought some acreage. Oh, yeah. And it's so peaceful, and my ears are just, I can feel like this white noise. It's like frequency for me that I just keep hearing and hearing, and just keeps getting louder and louder. Okay, we have joy. Our lives are about creating joy. It's about letting go of fear. It's about bringing in love. It's about bringing in joy. It's about coming from our heart center. It's about the joy and the happiness that we can create in our lifetime. What makes you happy? Start with the smaller things, the finer things in life. Look for the positive. If you're not sure, you know, start a journal where you have a gratitude. Like if you did see earlier, the gratitude card was at the bottom of the deck, and I believe gratitude is really, really important. What are you grateful for? What makes you happy? Maybe you can write down one thing a day. What brings you the most joy, or what part of your day brought you the most joy? See that. It's those smaller things. You know, the bigger picture here is, I know there's a lot of work to be done. I'm not even looking at that. All I'm looking at is, I'm just loving where I am. I'm making a move for me to make my life, to really align to who I am and where I'm meant to be. And fortunate enough to be in my situation where I can enjoy the most beautiful view, the most beautiful surroundings, and it's just those small things, just to be, just to sit, just to really nurture who I am and know where I'm meant to be, and know it's okay. Like, you know, 6 months ago, I would never have walked away from being in town. Oh my God, it's come up. It's meant to come up, okay? Because I don't want to leave my dad, even though he can come and drive to see me, for example. But you know what? It's okay, because I'm still going to see him. I speak to him on the phone nearly every day. You know, it's okay to do something for me. Sometimes we stop ourselves from going and getting what we truly want, what we truly love, what we truly desire, because we're too worried about how's, you know, my family member going to react, or how's, you know, is that going to affect my child, and my child going to work, or, you know, will I be able to see my friends as much, or my work, whatever it might be. If you've got to drive an extra 20 minutes, so be it. Half an hour, so be it. Whatever it might be, an hour. You know what? But find your true happiness. Be grateful for every single thing that comes into your life. This is an activation. This is like the double Merkaba. Okay? This is part of our ascension, because when we truly learn the art of gratitude, being grateful for everything we experience within our lives, it allows us to change our frequency. And when we start to change our frequencies for the good, it is amazing what comes into our lives, what we are here to manifest. You know, I'm going to leave it there. I think these cards really have spoken of everything today that I feel has come through. The bottom of the deck is 639 solfeggio frequency, okay? This is, the 639 is all about our reconnection of self and reconnection to others. It's about our relationships to ourselves. First and foremost, are you nurturing you? Are you taking care of you? Do you speak nicely and kindly to yourself? Do you see your beauty? Do you know, for the first time the other week, I actually stood in front of the mirror and I told myself how much I love myself. I actually did it, and I didn't feel any negative emotion or any fear or anything actually, you know, like stopping me doing it. It was a really beautiful feeling, and it was something I was able to talk to my friends about as well, because I was like, oh shit, yeah, that was great. So this is where we're at right now. We can't look at everything going on around us in this world. There is so much, and there's so much to take in, and you know what, sometimes there's so much that it's just total overload and you shut down. So instead of looking at the external, go within, keep going within, and just keep finding what drives you, what brings you your happiness, that joy. And know that things don't happen to you, they happen for you. Everything is for a reason. And when you can actually see it from a higher perspective, growth is imminent. Have a beautiful week wherever you are, and I look forward to coming and speaking with you again soon. Hopefully I'll be bringing another reading to you next week. It shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. Speak then. Bye.